Which profession attracts the worst kinds of people?
I'm a casino dealer. People losing money brings out the worst qualities in them, especially when I deal high-limit games. Plus, the pit boss or supervisors won't throw a person out who is literally spending thousands. Doesn't matter what they do or say, the casino doesn't want to lose those kinds of patrons. They're catered to. They can be so awful to the dealers. The job has made me look at humanity in a completely different light. Pro relationship tip. Bring a date to the casino and see how they treat the dealer if they're losing. You'll see what kind of person they really are. I have about 10 years of experience in the industry.
When I was out in Cali, I lived relatively close to Vegas and would go there pretty often to play blackjack and to just be an overall degenerate. Dealers were my favorite part of the night. Even when I, often, went home broke, the dealers always got a decent cut of my would-be winnings. They often make losing more enjoyable, and I appreciated it when they were like, "Hey man, maybe go get some fresh air and come back. I'll hold your seat." Though, I def remember more than one encounter between people who were in absolutely no condition to be gambling pull themselves up to the table, lose their ass, and then berate the dealer and talk shit to the whole table. Like, "Sorry you lost because I didn't hit my 17 when the dealer is showing a 6, but that's the game. Let's just ignore how he didn't hit a 15 when the dealer was showing an 8 and how it fucked up the whole table." You get to meet the whole range of people on the $5 tables. $25 and up tables, though, man, those dudes get salty.
Stockbrokers. I have some friends who are stockbrokers. I love them, but man, they are some bullshit artists. And not like, oh, they're a good salesman. And could sell you anything, no. It's like they make shit up as they go along and try to sound confident in what they say.
I have met a couple people who are successful, lifelong stockbrokers. To be a successful, lifelong stockbroker, you actually have to like what you do. They all had crazy eyes, each and every one.
That'll be the cocaine.
My mum worked in a prison. She said that a lot of the men in there for sex offences against children had or were looking for jobs like driving ice cream vans, dressing as Santa at shopping centres, etc., as they liked kids sitting on their laps, etc. Apparently it's way more common than people would think.
I was a correctional officer, and the people who were in for the worst crimes were always the nicest, most respectful inmates and looked very normal, whatever normal is really. I think that's what was always really creepy.
I befriended a guy in county jail, the only person willing and interested in playing Scrabble in a room full of 50-plus guys. He was kind, giving, incredibly smart and cultured, and I just assumed he was in for something like a DWI or the like. On my way out, I was in holding with another guy who was in the pod with us, and he informed me that David was about to stand trial for molesting his 3 daughters, aged 5, 9 and 12. He got 12 years, it's been about that long, wonder if he made it out alive.
Hollywood producer, it seems, over and over and over.
Politician, over and over. It's time to stop now, people. You gotta go home.
Paparazzi?
I don't particularly pay attention to celebrity shit, but I'll never forget when paparazzi climbed up the fucking fence around Michelle Williams. I think that's her name. It's been a minute after Heath Ledger, her husband, died to fucking snap photos of a woman grieving her husband, who had unexpectedly passed away a matter of days ago. I was pretty deep into my Lil Anarchapunk. Fuck mainstream media, who cares kinda stage at that time. But I remember feeling such a deep sadness for homegirl that not only did she have to deal her husband's untimely death and taking care of their kids by herself, she also had to deal with these grimy ass trying to make a buck off of photos of her sobbing in her own backyard.
Social media has actually defanged them to some extent. If you want to obsess over every aspect of a celebrity life, you don't have to buy the tablets anymore. You can follow them on Twitter.
Substance abuse mental health professionals seem to fall into one of the following categories: a wonderful, angelic, and highly competent souls who truly want to help drug addicts, alcoholics. There may be 20% of the counselors optimistically be burnt out, incompetent, lazy, don't care types, another 60%. Or C, absolute personality disordered. Narcissistic, Machiavellian, sadistic types who really get off on the enormous power control They have over the lives and fates of the people under their care, maybe another 20%. The last group can do a lot of damage.
This makes me feel very grateful for not having ever encountered anyone in Category C. So fuck to wield power like that over people at their absolute most desperate. I would also say to anyone, don't let the fear of those types stop you from getting the care you need. The category of people make it worth it.